We'll walk up to the door and put my key in the keyhole. See if it works.
We have squatters.
The key works.
We are the squatters.
Key works. I assume you guys go inside?
Yeah.
Well, inside you see a
foyer?
Yeah. Inside the room is tables, lighting, well, lanterns, candles, whatever. Dressers, desks, whatever may be in there. As well as doors and stairs that lead to various other places of the building. If you guys explore some more, there are 7 bedrooms, a small library, a recreation room. If you guys go in the back of the building, so maybe someone noticed there was something in the back of the yard. If you were to peer outside a window, there is also a small, not exactly a stable, but a lean-to shelter of sorts that looks like it could be used for horses, but it's not exactly secured, so I mean people could technically easily come and steal them.
So what you're saying is we need to find another construction carpenter to build onto our house.
Yeah. If you guys were to keep this house, anyway, long run.
Well, I like it here.
Well, I like it. But I have to make my way back for the my competition. My next one.
Does anybody take a little bit of time to read some of the book titles?
Damn it.
I mean, I plan on it at some point.
Damn it.
So Carnum took the dog and the feed to the inn. You might want to grab your horses to take the cart here, and then figure out keeping the horses at the stables a little longer. But otherwise, we can probably move most of our stuff here. I suppose before we move everything here, how many beds are in this building?
7?
Yes, I did say 7 bedrooms, so yeah, 7.
Yes, that works.
So, if you're done here, I'm gonna lock up the house, go grab my stuff, and bring it over here, and probably make a few extra copies of the key.
Okay, I will kind of just stay by the house for a bit longer, because I've got next competition over the Thieves Guild, so I don't have that far to go. Just kind of take note of the outside and the neighborhood.
Oh, take a note of the outside. You notice that 2 of the other houses around here appear to be abandoned. Might have been the medium house and small house that they're referring to. Other than that, it seems like most of the places around here are residential. There might be a few random tents set up with trinkets and whatnot of people trying to sell whatever they can, but it's pretty residential over here. To the east of you guys, of course, is the forested bit with the Thieves Guild. To the west is also a lot more thicker forest. And of course to the north and south is road and houses. Other than that, there's really not too much to note about the pathways or anything. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Click. Door lock. Going to grab my shit. So how's the weather?
Cold.
Scary, it's hot, and it shouldn't be.
Dire Corgi has a strength of 16.
Dire Corgi.
That corgi's stronger than me.
It's a third-party creature, but it's medium size.
The Corgi is also stronger than me.
And a con of 17.
It also has higher con than me. But that's only because I take a -2.
Huh. Subnautica was free on the Epic Game Store.
Yep.
Now I own it. I may stream that tomorrow.
Nice. Also, go check fucking D&D chat real quick. I hate that I fucking found this.
Well, that makes sense. I was gonna say, that makes sense, but ours is more of Enter the Spider-Verse.
Like, everyone's related to a fucking merchant somehow, except for me? It's like, what the fuck, guys? Come on!
None of us talked! I don't know how the fuck we all came in with merchants.
Because you all wanted extra fucking money from your merchant families.
I started
We're all
in
just gonna
debt.
be rich. We're not even gonna find our big
no,
bad guy. We're just gonna be like, yeah, we'll leave you alone. Just
Mine
you
was
gotta pay us.
extremely different of a reason that I don't think Kelb's gonna use.
I don't need to
But
fight you. I'm
it's
just
the
going
head
to run.
cannon.
Literal headcanon or
No?
oh?
The only real relation my character has to merchants is some of my skills on first level. Like, otherwise, I was raised by merchants, but they're both dead now.
But you're still related to merchants and were raised by merchants. This is talking about backstory, not like character skills.
I was raised by 2 merchants and a bodyguard.
Cos was raised by his parents. And his uncle, who is also a Scrooge. He's a miser.
Yeah, but no, you know what you got from your fucking background? A metric shitload of items.
Wait, me?
Yes?
How did
Didn't-
I get a lot of items from my background?
Didn't Cal force you to, like, cut out a whole bunch of items because you couldn't carry them? Because they were all in your fucking backstory?
Yeah. Well, now I can carry them. It's just I need to split that bag of holding in half. Because it currently puts me over my fucking lightweight. But
I
bag
could-
holding 2 is more than good, and you can trade a bag of holding 4 is worth 2 2s.
I mean, technically I could carry that one and just be just fine. Actually, oh no, I couldn't. It puts me just over. I have 58.
That's not including the... Wait, you don't wear armor.
Nope.
Yeah, with the armor, it fucking puts me up to just under a medium load, around 150. Granted, I have a few magical things to sell, considering I don't think anyone in our group's gonna end up using them. Unless someone really wants a dragonhide reinforced tunic, or a dragon skin quarterstaff.
I would have taken that tunic, but I have a I have a snakeskin suit.
Yeah,
I
snakeskin's
might
probably
take
a lot
the
better.
quarterstaff.
Okay.
Unaan has a quarterstaff that he uses basically just for fancy ritual. Considering it's a quarterstaff, so it doesn't do much, so...
Well, this one's masterwork, and it's dragon skin, so it gives you something else, and I don't remember what it was.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, it looks cool. Best case scenario, it's effective for purposes.
I know for armor it gave you resistance 5 versus the actual type of element that dragon had. I don't know what it does for the quarterstaff.
I know what does for what?
What the dragon skin modifier does for the quarterstaff.
It adds a +2 bonus to CMD against disarm.
Okay.
What I miss.
The weather.
Enter the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm. Carnum gets to Grease Bottle, by the way.
Cool. I'm gonna tie the horse, donkey, cart, whatever I have with me to something and go inside with the dog. Well, how big is the dog?
It's a medium creature.
So it's too big for me to carry. Cool, I'm just gonna keep it on a... I assume I have some kind of, like, leash or something? Like a rope lead?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, keep that pretty fucking close. I'm gonna go up to the bartender and try and not be threatening. So, we just won this. Do you have a problem with us keeping it here for, like, maybe a day or two?
Not at all, as long as you keep it in your room.
Cool. I also have a metric shitload of feed. We have a cart in the works. We're just waiting for somewhere to actually put it. Like, we should be getting news about that later today. But
Well, do you own this other cart then that has a feed, or what's going on?
no,
with
that one, the cart that we have right now is owned by the city. So I need to be able to unload this. And then I'm gonna go and load it onto a different cart so he can then transport it to the fucking new place.
Well, if you give me a moment, I can check in the back to see if there's some room for the feed for storage if you need it.
It would be appreciated it wouldn't be needed for very long. Like I said, we expect to be able to get this out of here by later today or tomorrow.
Alright, well, give me a second. He walks in the back. After a few minutes, he comes back out. Looks like we actually have enough room. How much feed do you actually have, though?
Cartload. How much? What was
100 pounds.
100 pounds?
If you're wondering, it's 30 feed.
I would like exactly 30 feed, please.
It's 5 pounds of feed.
Yeah. About 100 pounds?
I see. Yeah, I could see that fitting back there just fine. And you said it would just kind of be back there until later today at the earliest?
Yeah, until either a little bit later today or hopefully tomorrow morning. It shouldn't take that long. Fingers crossed.
Alright, well, do you want some help unloading it then? Yeah, I assume
Nah,
you
I
have
can
another
get it.
test. Oh, okay.
I have another test, but I should probably have someone else coming up here. They can help me once they get up. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put the dog in the room. I'm gonna take the first thing of feed I get and bring it up to the dog. And then I'm gonna put the rest, start putting the rest over in the area you want me to put it.
Who's in a room with you?
Noah.
Yeah, Tarus.
He's gonna come to get his stuff to take to the house, and the guard dog will be sitting there. It's like, I don't know you yet.
In the back you go. You're coming with.
Yeah, Lamb, do you have handle animal?
No.
Roll me charisma.
Bad things are about to happen.
Just pretend it's a bear.
Wrong character. 12.
This dog is trained, it's just are you good enough to at least make it, listen to your command at some degree?
12.
12 is fine. You can see, dog will chill out in the room and just kind of wait for further instructions, if you will.
Right. But yeah, then I'm gonna bring it up, thing of feed, and then I'm gonna go start unloading the cart into where he told me to unload it.
I like how, of everyone in our group, the Necromancers hate the vampire.
Half vampire. Don't ask me how that works, but
while you're doing that, unbeknownst to Cardum, the dog is sniffing around the room, so he would be knowing Tarus' scent a bit.
he also got your secret stash of spoon.
I thought you got the spoon on you, honestly.
Now I keep it in the room. I keep most of my stuff in the room.
I mean, you don't want to lug around a 60-pound bag? Wait.
Or a basic semi-portable telescope +4.
Yeah.
I would rather not be completely over-encumbered at all times.
Alright, well, Cardum, you unload the feed?
Yeah, I at least start.
Based on the time it's going to take Tarus to get all the way over there, you unload the feed.
Cool.
And Tarus would, depending on which route he took, would probably be about there by the time you finish.
And about how much time do I have left?
Before the next competition?
Yeah.
You should probably be leaving shortly.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Was Saandip doing anything else besides just kind of surveying the neighborhood?
No, that was pretty much it. And then once it was getting closer to time, just head over to the tree.
Okay. What about Unaan, Athos, Kaz?
Unaan and Athos
Oh.
had made their way back to the center of town for the alchemy. Because that's where it's hosted, isn't it? Wizard Guild, so yeah, that's where it's been. Went back to there to go for that, and then Censor would have been, give or take, about an hour. Would then want to make that orb float around his head so that he can use it for this competition. Or hopefully use it for this competition. I guess if they say no, he'll have to grab it and stow it away, but since he's got it about an hour, he was like, learn my lesson this time. Do it ahead of time.
Alright, well, you hold the Ion Stone for, 3 minutes before you have to let go?
I suppose?
Not necessarily have to.
I thought you said it was an hour.
I said an hour for rushed embedding.
What's embedding?
It doesn't float around you, it can't be sundered or destroyed easily without them targeting directly you, and you always have the bonus regardless. It can also be prevented from people trying to steal it.
Is there any risk to doing the rushed embedding?
Yes, plenty.
The other option is 3 days.
Yeah, which still has its own risks. Because you would have to either be trained in that, or find someone that is trained to be able to embed it in you, and it's still a painful ordeal and expensive.
Is one of the wizards that is setting up the place around this area?
One of the staff members are, and apparently you just need to hold and then go with the stone. Doesn't say for a time.
Okay. He's gonna go up, holding the stone up, and goes, "Hey, for this competition, can I use this?"
As an ingredient?
What was that?
As an ingredient?
No, it's it helps clear my mind. It's a ion sphere.
Ion?
Ion.
Iodine stone. Let's go drunk.
It's a stone.
To actually use? Magical, right?
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, no. I don't want to have a even playing field for everyone.
Fair enough. So he stows it away, and then I suppose maybe just goes and grabs a bite to eat until the competition starts. If he sees Kaz show up, whenever his competition gets done, and he has to come out to this one, then he'll eat and talk to Kaz about just how the linguistics went, but that's about it. Mostly just waiting for the competition to start so that it can be done.
Alright, well, Kaz actually has the least amount of time of everyone because, I don't know, knowledge religion took longer for some reason. In which he has about an hour and a half before his next competition. So what is Kaz doing?
Kaz is going to head out to his next competition.
Which is the alchemy one, so he's going to be heading to the west. What to say the east. Kaz do anything else?
Other than meeting up with Unaan and Aethys. Not really, no.
Alright, well, you guys meet up.
Hello, Unaan. How did your competition go?
Okay.
You lost. Did you feel as bad?
I didn't do the greatest, but I didn't think I would. I just wanted to make sure we had an extra set of hands. But luckily, Tarus just knocked it right out of the park. So we got the big house. It's, and he points in the direction, that way.
When you say in the direction, do you mean down this road or like roughly towards that building?
Roughly to the building, so he points roughly northwest.
It's that way. Just keep walking straight through everything. You'll eventually get to it.
Kinda.
That's fantastic. That's actually really helpful.
Upon doing that, there is a brief moment. Kaz says that, then Unaan looks and goes, "Oh yeah. It's a lot farther than 60 feet.
Oh, goddamn it, Marcus.
Well, I don't know what that has to do with anything. It's not like I don't have a good recollection of the city's map in my head.
Well, yeah, but I didn't want you to think it's one of these close-by buildings that I'm pointing to. It's like on the edge of town.
One of these close-by buildings that are still technically more than 60 feet away.
Oh yeah, I know. But he realized he pointed it that
have
way,
to guide me.
and to, you know, for Kaz that could be, well, what direction? Or not what direction, like how far?
Well then, my competition went swimmingly. He holds up one of the potions he won. I won! It's my second victory.
Wow, congratulations.
Marcus, if you're wondering, it's about
these
1,600 feet in a straight line from your current direction or position.
Gotcha.
Kaz puts the potion back. I got a few of them. They're very handy. At least a few of them will come in handy.
A few of those potions will indeed come in handy, depending on which dungeon you guys do first, if you guys intend on doing one of those. Referring to the posters.
Hell yeah.
Anything else happen between you guys then?
No, probably just again eat and wait for this to start.
Small talk.
Do either of you actually have craft alchemy?
Yes.
I do not have a rank in it, but I do have it as a class skill.
Caused us indeed.
I'm sorry. Do a lot of people take craft baskets?
Yes.
Well, I'm on the craft page. Most common craft skills are alchemy, armor, fine. Baskets, what? Books? Okay. Bows, calligraphy, carpentry, cloth, clothing, blah blah blah. Just baskets seems
Craft
out of place on
baskets.
that. Why specifically baskets?
Yeah, I've never really understood the craft aspect of
Baskets?
D&D and Pathfinder, because it's just, like, again, baskets and then armor, as if armor doesn't have variations, but baskets, God forbid, you just put it as, like, wicker or some shit. Just making anything that baskets can be. No, basket.
Well, I
mean, I
see
guess
the uses.
More specifically, the fact that you can have bow and sword crafting, but then you can armor's just armor.
Well, it's just a common one from that list, which still confuses me why basket is a common one.
I mean, there's that, yeah. Oh, honestly, it should just be a list of, like, generic shit and just say you take it in that.
Well, the thing is, you could do specifically craft metal armor or something, so you wouldn't be doing anything with leather or anything. But, so, I mean, there is a point to have generic categories, because you could be trained in everything, but if you want to do the roleplay bit of, I only got trained in this one particular thing, fine. But it's kind of why it's blank and able to be filled in by a player.
I suppose, yeah.
Craft money.
Well, I mean, another would be like, again, there's craft book, craft calligraphy, and one could say, well, you know, it's obviously for writing fancy and writing lengthy, to which I say true, but if you're saying writing fancy, you could almost just consider it art, which at that point, shouldn't that just be profession artist?
It can be, but craft skill is specifically focused on creating something. If nothing is created, in that case something is, by the endeavor, it probably falls under the heading of a profession skill. So you could actually have it both under crafting and profession. To me, from my understanding, because like you could actually be doing that on a regular basis as your profession.
Oh, no, I know, I don't disagree. It's just, it makes more sense for NPCs than it does for PCs, because how many campaigns are actually going to involve, alright, I'm going to do a artist profession instead of my craft calligraphy.
Fair enough. And to be fair, Lamb is technically making something with his engineering.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm figuring out how to make something. When I'm actually making it, I'm using metalsmithing.
You are creating something, Lamb. It's an idea. You are creating an idea. You are craft engineering.
That feels like it's playing semantics.
I'm using the words. That's it. What is something?
Oh no, I agree.
Something is nothing?
There's your knowledge engineering, so you can understand it, so then you can use your craft and metalworking in order to create it. But I guess for me, it's always just been the case of the fact that it's almost like there's overlap where there doesn't need to be overlap.
By the way, might I add that one of the ads on the page, or their like on-site shop, leads to the blacksmith, forge, and workshop basic set for $20. Apparently.
Anyway, though, back to game. Yeah, I think we eat
Wait, we
until
have a game?
yeah, until the craft alchemy begins.
Okay. Well, before that begins, Tarus, what are you doing?
I'm walking down the street.
Do you guys want to bump into each other? Or try to, like, not see each other? Something.
I would prefer to interact.
Okay. Does Tarus prefer to interact?
Yes.
Then I will say you guys have bumped into each other.
I am like mildly jogging up the street to get to the Thieves Guild. So I just stop and it's like, so, dog is currently in the room. The innkeeper knows where the feed is. Do I need to take the cart back?
Eventually, yeah. It's loaned.
We're never told.
Cool. They didn't tell us where to take the cart back to, so I'll probably check that out when I'm heading up to the Thieves Guild. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab all my stuff and move it to the house.
Cool. Take the dog with you if you can.
Was Carnum actually told where the house is?
I was about
Nope.
to say, I'll give him the address and I can bring your stuff too. I've got this huge sack.
Oh my.
I probably won't enter the Thieves Guild right away, so if I see him, I can just point the house out to him.
Yeah, if you're willing to take my stuff, I won't complain.
Okay.
Cool, I'll see you later, and I jog off.
And I'll head down the street to gather the stuff.
Alright, does Carnum do anything else?
Yeah, he's gonna stop off back at the Monk Guild.
Okay, when you get there, you are told that the cart needs to be dropped back off.
Where at?
Here.
Here? Cool.
There, I guess.
Do they have a time they need it back? Or...
Preferably by end of day.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this competition, then run back then.
And then run again.
Yep.
Monks, am I right?
I don't even have my enhanced speed yet.
Yeah, just consider it training. You gain 5 XP towards strength stat.
Towards vitality.
No, that's right.
Or would that be... No. Whatever.
Like in D&D stats.
Yeah, no, I was thinking con, but I don't know. I could see strength, but...
Could be both, honestly. Regardless, you get to the Thieves Guild then?
Yeah, I'm just there, like, up outside with my hands on my knees, just like, son of a bitch. This town is so fucking big. God damn it. And now I have to go down a stupid ladder. Oh, hey, Saandip.
You only had to run
Oh.
straight here. I had to run to town center and back. The house is just that way. You might just see it behind the trees.
Yeah, I also just had to unload that cart of feed.
Yeah, that was a lot of food.
And now you have to reload the cart and bring it over there.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys have talked or whatever. Jump back over to Unaan and Kaz for the alchemy test.
Yay!
In the fenced off area that's still there because testing area because it's always there. Well, fenced off area isn't always there, but it's always there for the test. There are alchemy stations set up. You guys sign in, I presume, to actually part of the test. Once inside, you guys sit next to each other. Well, next to each other in terms of stations or.
Sure.
Yes.
Alright. After a few minutes go by for other people to show up and get their positions, the old man statue announces to everyone that, hey, welcome to the alchemy test. We are going to be having you guys craft up some various potions and oils, and, well, going to be testing them to see who did the best. All the materials are provided for you, by the way.
Okay. Quick question. Do I get to add my since I don't have a rank, but it's class? That's how you're doing it?
Yeah, and it still applies, it's just you don't get the +3 bonus from having a rank into it first. Or
Gotcha.
your rank, for that matter, since you don't have any in there. I know some character sheets you guys have found don't automatically add your int or whatever, even though it's marked as a class skill. This test, you guys are gonna roll me 10 craft alchemy checks. Thought about doing it differently, but eh. Yeah, you're making technically 5 potions, which technically the craft thing is supposed to be so much progress on the actual gold amount until it's done, and that takes a week per roll. I'm not going that route. So 10.
You don't want the craft to go for a week?
Crafting in Pathfinder and D&D kind of sucks, time-wise. It's a bit more reasonable to have alchemy, though, take shorter.
Wait, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna set these down.
Did I actually roll all 10 dice together and then give me the total?
Yes, but I'm gonna separate them.
With that, also alchemy bonus for both of you.
+8.
And Marcus, you said 2 from it?
3.
Okay, what you guys get?
213.
174.
Alright, you guys have brewed up some potions. If you're wondering which ones, it is a light potion, a sanctuary potion, and a protection from arrows potion. They brewed up 3 that I wish to name. And once everyone has done their thing and time has passed, let's say 3 hours has passed for the brewing purposes, The person who won was Tate, literally by 1 in terms of total.
Yeah.
Second place got 212. So the old man statue calls up for Kaz to come claim his reward as the victor of this. He also calls up for Unaan if he is present.
Unaan heads up as well.
Statue first addresses Kaz and congratulates him to everyone, and provides him a bag of 40 gold as well as a bodysuit.
Cause Tyson, he bows. Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Specifically, Tate, mark it down as a poison-resistant spider silk bodysuit.
Okay. The spider silks are expensive.
It's a long-ass name for an item, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Appreciate it.
After having gone through Kaz's reward for this test, he goes and announces that Unaan is actually a special winner of a bag of holding as well as some gold for having won many competitions from this year's events, as he hands Unaan a bag of holding 4. Did you mark that down, Marcus?
Yeah, I will in a minute.
No, write it down now. Not in a minute. You don't have time to waste.
I had to get a paper to write it on.
God, I thought you said you were ready. Let me know when you've written it.
Okay. I have it written.
A bag of holding 2, whose contents of the bag of holding 2 is 1,000 gold. That is what I decided for having won 6? Yeah, 6 at the 7. And yes, it would have been more had you actually won the Craft Alchemy one.
Looking at the statue, I guess, Unaan goes, does it matter that me and Kaz are on a team together?
The statue responds, it does not.
Fair enough.
Unlike some of the other guilds that I know that take that into consideration, we at the Wizard Guild, the Guild of the Sun Soul Wizards, do not take that into consideration for this prize, due to the expense that we normally go through for all the other items.
Again, it just fair enough. Just wanted to make sure.
Alright, with that, thanks everyone for coming out this year to the contest to either partake or to spectate, and wishes everyone to come back during the night for the firework display, if they so desire. Essentially, it's the final night of party here in this town square if you are to wear it. So what is Unaan and Kaz doing then, after the test is over?
We'll definitely be joining the fireworks display. That sounds very interesting. And after a long competition, man, it really felt like it was only 9 days, but it's really felt like it's been months.
It almost feels like it's been 17 sessions. Does Unaan say anything in response to that?
Yeah, let's enjoy ourselves. Marcus really wanted to be like, quit breaking the fourth wall, god damn it.
You know how many times we've broken the fourth wall?
I lost count of how many times I've broken the fourth wall.
We're breaking the fourth wall right now by talking about breaking the fourth wall.
I blame Tate.
Yeah, Tate. I'm kind of surprised you guys aren't heading back to the house though for like an hour or two before coming back.
Oh no, Unaan absolutely is. Well, I guess first to probably the hotel, whatever.
In tavern?
In the tavern, and then back to the house to take his shit out of there and move it.
Weird flex, but okay.
Is Unaan going to tell this to Kaz?
Yeah. Kaz, maybe we should take our stuff, go to the inn, and get all of our stuff, and go to our new house. And then come back. Oh yeah, you don't know. We won the mansion. We got a big house. It has a foyer.
Really? That'd be kind of like... Well, I've never...
Based
I'll
on
have to
how... Based on how you told me the people live in your place, yes, it is basically a giant empty space for no reason. But it looks fancy.
I will have a actual model of this house, by the way, next week, so...
Because you said that they all live in confined spaces to an extent.
Sounds different, but okay. We can do that.
I for some reason thought Tate was going to say it sounds blinding. Don't know why. Oh wait, I know why. Hating puns. Alright, so I imagine you guys are going to be heading over there then?
Yeah. So we're gonna head back to the inn, pick up the rest of our stuff, take it to the house to claim a room, probably transfer stuff into bags of holding and or talk with everyone about what we all have and who all needs what, and go from there.
Okay. Before you guys actually get over there to do all that, jumping on over to Tournament Saandip for the liars/bluff test. You guys, wait. So Saandip actually pointed out the house, by the way. You guys actually pointed to each other? Went over there.
I mean, I ran into him outside of the ladder, but I don't know if the house is really brought up.
Yeah, he was catching his breath, and I pointed the direction. It might have been mostly blocked by the trees, but he at least knows the rough location.
Don't worry, guys. I may not need a key.
Jared, was that a pun?
No. It took me a minute to realize what you were saying.
Okay. Well, if you guys aren't talking anything else, then I assume you guys are going to head down the ladder now?
Yep.
Alright, at the bottom, you guys see a bunch of other people as well as Steeper Rat. And once everyone seems to be there, Steeper announces to everyone for today's test of the bluffing, you guys are going to have to tell me a bluff. But make it as convincing as possible. What does that mean for you two? You are literally going to come up with anything you want, literally anything, and try to convince me it being true, as well as do a few rolls. If you need an example, let's go with 80% of doctors' diagnoses are wrong. You would have to convince me of that being true, as an example. And yes, you could use that if you really wanted to. That said, it's probably going to be a bit harder considering I just gave it as an option. So which one of you two want to go first? Or do you need a moment to think?
I mean, I can go first if he still needs to think of one.
I honestly don't know.
Alright, in the meanwhile, the number of rolls you guys will be able to be doing will be 3, by the way. 3 bluff checks. I also need to know your modifiers for it.
4.
Modifiers 4?
Yes.
What about your reserve?
I just realized that the Ring of Eloquence also gives +2 to bluff.
What is it?
Yeah,
it does.
because I was confused why my bluff was 6. So if I'm allowed to have the ring on, then it's 6. Otherwise, it's 4.
Liberat does not mind.
Then it's 6.
Thieves Guild may be a little more lenient on letting you use whatever to make things happen. Kind of what their purpose is. Make shit happen. Alright, well, if Lamb still needs a moment to think, go ahead and start, Jared.
Cloud seeding is the monk meditative practice of shaping clouds with your mind. You focus on a cloud and consider an image in your head until the cloud takes that shape.
I hate you, Jared.
It's a practice of mind over matter. I have given this speech before as a speech assignment.
Come square.
I hate you.
It was an
Okay,
improvised
you
speech,
do know that.
and I did not know cloud seeding was the shooting iodine into clouds to make it rain. Because I did not know that, I had to come up on the spot with that.
That's fucking amazing.
Go on.
It also helps with endurance because you're doing this outside for long periods of time without any sustenance.
Alright, anything else there, Jared, or?
No, that's all.
Lamb?
My turn, or do you want me to bring something up here?
Your turn.
Fun fact. I forgot the name of my race. Dhampirs don't have souls. Weird story. So apparently, in order to actually retain a soul, you need to be, actually alive, or at least at one point being a facsimile of. So you have humans and obviously all your races that are actually alive, and you had vampires which were once alive. Then you have to ask the question, what the fuck am I? Why the fuck am I? I'm not technically alive. I'm not technically dead. I kind of straddled the rules. So, who the fuck knows what happens when I die? We'll see. If I end up coming back, I'll let you know. That's the best I got you without a prompt.
Or without the whole cloud thing.
Cloud thing.
Fucking cloud.
Also, I'm glad I'm not the only one who immediately thought of that.
Yeah.
Become a square.
Alright, what did you guys get on your bluff checks?
I forgot I had to make them.
Yeah, 3 of them.
You said 3?
Yep.
I got 57 total.
So fun news.
Hmm.
That one gets changed to a 20. 58-62.
I rolled a 19, a 15, and a 5.
I rolled a 19, a 6, and a 19, and the 6 becomes a 20. I love that ratio. It's so great.
Alright, let me double check to see what the hell the reward was, because something may have happened. Something I did not expect to actually happen.
Is it like a 6-way tie for first?
No, it's a 2-way tie. Fucking pay though, making it official. So goddamn long the load.
Yep.
I would name the website, but I'd rather not.
Cal, what did you link?
The cloud video. I'm actually okay with the 2 people getting first to win, simultaneously. So that said, after the competition has ended with everyone giving their best bluff to Steve Rat, Steve Rat thinks it over and goes, well, we actually have 2 winners today. And can Cardinal and Saandip please stand up and come forward?
I didn't hear what
Okay.
Jack's score was. So, fucking cloud.
Yeah, no, that cloud and your bit lamb. Essentially, the bonuses I picked at random caused your fucking rolls to be at 66 between the both of you.
Nice.
I don't know how that happened, but it happened. Confused me.
I kind of just look at Garnham confused and step forward.
Don't have a soul, do have a prize.
And which is more important?
Who needs an afterlife?
You already have an afterlife. This is all being recorded.
Goddamn fourth wall.
Well, apparently Saandip's going to be that character for this game.
It could be funny when done right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steve Wright calls for both of you to come up. Some of you guys do.
Yep.
He hands both of you a bag of 40 gold and a cheating gambler's kit. One to each of you. I don't know if either of you are really going to be able to make use of the gambler's cheating kit, or cheating gambler's kit rather, considering it requires profession gambler, but it's there, and it normally sells for 300 gold. So, that said, after he hands you guys your prize, he also announces to everyone in the room that because Cardinal here has won multiple tests, granted a few of them by very close margins, he
Most
actually
of them.
he
Wasn't
actually
it like 3?
yeah, I think so, actually. Yeah, it was 3 of them. Because he has won multiple tests here, he is going to receive a bag of holding 4.
Woo!
As well as a bag of holding 1 that contains 250 gold.
You said 250?
Yep. Had you come and won 3 other tests, would have been a lot more.
We have so many bags of holding now.
Yeah. I did mention that you guys probably won't have carrying issues much at one point, so.
Sure.
After he gives you guys the reward, Cardinum's extra reward, and thanks everyone for coming and whatnot for this year's events, he asks Cardinum to stick around for a moment.
Alright.
Does Saandip also stay?
I stick around unless Steve Rat says otherwise, because I don't have anything else much else to do today.
He doesn't really care if you stick around. After some of the people have cleared out from the thieves, den, guild, whatever, he addresses Cardinum and goes, so, about you getting trained here, do you want to start that tomorrow, or?
It'd probably be for the best. I don't have a specific timeline.
Alright, and do you actually have a place to stay? I don't recall if you mentioned you did or not.
As it turns out, yes.
Oh really? Where at the town?
I'm just gonna go look over at Saandip. It's like, where the hell is it again?
It's just west of here. It's large house. One of
Yeah,
our
you-
teammates won it from the post office.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have to show me after this.
Oh, it's that house. Steve Wright knows which house, because, you know, Steve Wright knows. Steve Wright knows things.
And with how
I kind of
close it
figured he
is.
But, okay. Yeah, you're actually not too far away from here. It's, actually make your training a lot easier, especially if, I need to come over to the house to train you instead of you coming here. That
Right.
said, I had to ask just to make sure if you weren't across town or whatever, I could give you access to one of our, special tunnels to, get here faster without having to go through midst of everyone in town.
Right.
It's a bit more of a direct route, but, yeah, no, if you're just that close, hell. Don't even need to know about the tunnels just yet.
Alright, well, that's everything. Then I gotta go run and return a horse and cart to a monk's guild.
Alright, have fun with that. Got him?
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow then, I guess? I don't know. What time are we doing that?
Well, we can stop, well, you can stop by whenever you're ready. I don't know if you need
Right.
to do anything beforehand.
Gotcha.
Won't be a whole lot of training tomorrow, it's just kind of getting set up and started with it.
Right.
To make sure I didn't miss any other tests, right? Everyone's.
As far as I'm aware.
Alright. So with that, Carter and Saandip leave the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, and I'll take him to the house so he knows more specifically rather than the rough pointing out I did earlier.
Alright, cool. So, I gotta run back to the inn now.